Hi, welcome back to the Real Talk podcast where real people talk about real things. And today I want to go over with y'all the book called Beyond Thoughts. So when I read this book, when I read this book, I really did enjoy it. As y'all could tell, there's lots of places I marked. Obviously, I can't go over all of them today, or this could be like who knows how long this video could be. It could be 15 hours after I go over this whole thing, because this book really does make you go beyond thought. And let's all be real, this book was trending on TikTok. So I'm not sure if I bought it because of that. I know I really didn't, because I saw something in here, right? So I wouldn't say just because you see it trending means it's a good book. So I want to express to y'all and break down to y'all how I think this is a good book, and I want to go over with y'all beyond thoughts. I want y'all to go beyond thought as I do this book. So this is going to be our first podcast with books involved, so I hope y'all do enjoy. I just dropped the last video, the 5 steps to locking in. Excuse me for the intro. Y'all will notice that when I edited it, I kind of messed up, and that's my bad, but guess what? I still posted it because this is the beginning, so we're still getting used to everything. Right now, we're out here. I had some things going on at home, and I just wanted to kind of walk away from it, step out from it and not let it get to me, and being there would have let it have got to me. So I'm really trying to show y'all that I'm locked in, right? And I'm doing it for myself. It's not even for y'all, right? This content that I make, I want to be able to reach out to people that might be going through something similar than me, might have it worse than me, might have it better than me, but could still help me. I wouldn't say your situation is everything. So I just want to show y'all that. And this video, I like I said, I really did enjoy last time, as y'all could tell by my expression, that I really did enjoy last time talking to y'all, I guess, anyone that's watching, and I'm thankful for this, because I'm able to lock in and be different from other people by taking this negative situation and being able to come out here. I was able to express how I felt about that negative situation in my notes, and eventually, I want to be able to express everything I've journaled on my podcast. I'm not that emotionally irresponsible that when I do my journaling, I'm not angered. I'm journaling from my mind, and I want to be able to express that with y'all. So yeah, I want to say, let's get into it. Let's go beyond thought, guys. So I want you guys to go beyond thought as I share this. Let me know in the comments if y'all have anything y'all want me to do next. Any books y'all recommend, I would love to read them. The next book I'm going to do is The Way of the Superior Man. And if you're a female watching this, don't let that be the reason you click off of the next video or this video. That book is not just for men. It's a great book. It's a great mental book. It's a short book. It's easy to read. It's it's compact with so much game. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, let's jump into Beyond Thoughts, guys. So we're gonna start. I have a few places that I marked that I wrote in, and I'll go over those with y'all. And after I go over those, I'm going to pick random bookmarks and go over that with y'all. I want this to kind of be a shorter video, and then I have some podcast topics right here. I'm going to see if any of those are related to this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hope y'all enjoy, and let's start. So this first thing right here, after you start the book, it says, "It is trying to manipulate the world to match our expectations of it, and we wonder why most of us are exhausted all the time." Just sit there and think about that before I explain to y'all what I think about that, right? I think that's powerful, I think we find ourselves tired. As y'all can tell, I'm very tired, right? But I'm not tired because of what I think I could do in the world and me trying to manipulate the world for me. I'm tired because of work, and I'm tired because of my situation, right? But it's fuel for me. I'm a strong enough individual to use it as fuel, and I'm proud to say that. I think everyone can be if they allow themselves to, and don't let other people persuade you that you can't be, right? So I want to share with y'all what I wrote. So I think for at least myself, I do this usually or on a daily basis, which is a bad habit, because I don't think we should try to manipulate the world. We are born into this world, but instead create our own world, right? So what I mean by we are born into this world, but we should instead create our own world, is that you don't have to let what your problems are, what your world is, what your family might raise you to think like. Don't let that be what stops you, right? Don't let that be what doesn't allow you to have room for improvement. Whatever you want to do with your life, do it, right? I have to tell people, we don't choose to be born. I know, like, one thing I don't agree with my parents, which I only have a mother, as I shared, I think, in the last podcast. I only have my mom currently in my life. I never really had my dad in my life besides like in traumatic events. I know, it's crazy to say that, but it is what it is, you know. But I learned a lot from him and from my mom, because even my mom was not the best mom. And that's not to drag her or diss her. You know, I do love my mom, but me and her are just two totally different people. You know, I don't allow her to create my world. I don't allow my grandparents to create my world. I don't let my job create my world. I don't let women create my world. That goes to the guys that fall into lust easily, or the women that fall into men easily. You know, stop letting people create your world. Create your own world. That's powerful, you know. I think people struggle with that, and I struggled with that for a long time. I recently really got back into that. It took something happening to me and something I did for me to realize that, and that was a negative thing, and it took me locking in, really. That's why the first entry I did of my podcast was episode 1, the 5 steps to locking in. Go watch it if you haven't watched it. It's a good video, in my opinion. Lots of game, lots of knowledge in there for y'all that need help locking in. I think everybody needs help locking in, you know. Even I need help. That's why I said leave a comment, let me know what y'all think. But yeah, so I don't want to hold y'all too much, you know, on this, but let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think what I wrote is valid? Do you think that you can create your own world? And if you don't think so, then guess what? You can. You can create your own world if you allow yourself to, right? And I don't mean you could create your own planet and go fly away, right? That wouldn't be realistic. What I mean is that your mind is so powerful, right? If you allow your mind to create your own outlook of the world, instead of saying I'm the victim, instead of saying, oh, this is my fault, right? Just look at the world differently, you know? You're not the victim. You're allowing yourself to be that weak-minded that you're the victim. You could have changed what happened. You could change what you deal with. You could change how you interpret your trauma, you know? I think that's something everyone goes through. Me personally, I'm going to share with y'all one day the amount of trauma I've endured and how that has affected me, and how that has warped my mind, and how I allowed it to control me for so long. But now I'm glad to say I'm at peace a little bit with myself. I enjoy my own company more than I enjoy anybody else's. At least when I'm in Texas, you know, I can't say the same thing for when I'm in California. Like I said in the video, shout out my friends. So they bring me so much joy, but they also bring me a lot of pain, because seeing them in pain and seeing them not where I want them to be and where I know they can be, that pains me. I feel for people. That's one thing I do, and I think I do feel for people too much, because I have my friend Logan, right, and we were talking about how he said he's too selfish, right? And I told him he's blessed, because you should be selfish. You should be so selfish that nothing else matters. You should create your own world. That's how selfish you should be. Think about that. When you create your own world, you're being selfish in a way, because you're not allowing yourself to be held to, this is all I can be, right? This is the only thing I could do in the world. This is the only world I could live in. No. You could change your whole mind. You could change your whole mental, your whole physical. You could work out. Yeah, you could work out. Put down them snacks. You could work out. You could lock in. You could achieve a lot. You could become rich. There's so much money to go around. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and say I don't do YouTube, because one day I don't plan to be successful on YouTube, right? I do eventually plan to have YouTube be success, and with that success, have income coming in, right? And have it as a business. I have 3 different things I want to do on YouTube. I want to have my 3-faced reactions channel, where I go on stream and I react, which I'll get into that later. I don't want to rush myself to get into everything on social media, or else I don't think I will be successful, because I'm going to be trying to juggle TikTok, Instagram, 3 different channels, streaming, Twitch. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. You have to lock in. Um, write down your goals, think about your goals, plan out those goals, and get it done. But do it in steps, or else you will fail. Not everyone will fail at it, but I know me, and I know myself enough that I find myself trying to do too much, and then that allows me to not do anything. And I'm willing to admit that. So yeah, create your own world. Don't allow yourself to be confined by your parents, by your traumas, whatever it could be. Don't allow yourself to be confined by that. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it can be. It could be anything. It could be yourself, right? At times it was myself. Currently it's myself. I go through these emotions and I feel these things. And like I said, I feel for people, but I'm trying to allow myself to not feel for people. And at times that makes me feel very cold. And it makes me question myself, But that's not okay, because I think how I feel is valid. And I think I'm blessed because I'm able to learn something from these bad experiences. Like I said today, it wasn't great. But guess what? I'm here. I'm doing a podcast entry, and I'm proud to say that I'm growing. I'm growing, and if no one around me sees it, guess what? I don't care, because I see it, and that's what matters. Because I'm creating my own world, and eventually, I want to be able to support my family and support my people and support you guys if you guys would like that, and help you guys, and you guys help me. I want to live in my own world because it wouldn't be realistic of me to say that I can create a new world. You know what I'm saying? Meaning a new planet and a new species or whatever. And I can't change this world, but I can change this world enough that would comfort me. I have goals. I have dreams, I guess you could say. And I want to accomplish them, and I will. I'm not going to allow myself to be confined by what everybody else thinks I could do. I would just show them. Be a person of action. Don't speak on it. Just make your own world. So yeah, that was the first. That's the first page, and y'all just see how deep I was able to break that down to y'all. Right. This is the second thing. When I let go of my expectations of who I want you to be, I can finally see the beauty of who you are and set us both free. Judgment blinds us from seeing who we truly are. Blind spot. That's what he called this. Right. So just sit there, think about that. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Pause this if you want to just sit there and think and resonate with that. But I'm going to share with y'all what I wrote down, right? I said we hold ourselves to expectations, not knowing or being taught that expectations lead to negative feelings like sadness, disappointment, and anger, for example. Meaning that we hold ourselves to these expectations of, why can't I be like that person? Right? Why can't I pull that female? Right? I don't know if that was childish to say. Why can't I get that woman's attention? That's a bit better way to say it. Why can't I seek God? Why can't I why can't I handle my trauma? I think that's something that we hold ourselves to, these expectations that are so harsh on ourselves when we shouldn't. You will see the beauty of who you are when you set yourself free and set the other person you are comparing yourself to free. Think about that, y'all. When you let go of expectations, you are free, and so is that other person. So if you can't do it for you, do it for the other people in your life. So yeah, that's the second thing that I wrote. This is the third thing. I'm confined by what I compare myself to. The cages we create. Powerful. Sorry if I'm too close to the mic. I hope y'all don't mind. I like holding the mic when I do the podcast. It feels a little bit more professional, I guess. Even though it's just this little mic I bought off of Amazon. But guess what? I'm making do with this, and I'm giving out knowledge, and I don't really care. If I breathe on the mic too loud, I'm sorry. I do apologize for your guys' ear. I'll lower it down if I do when I edit it. But yeah, I like holding the mic. So if y'all don't like that, I do apologize. If it ends up being that big of a deal, I'll start to clip it. I'll adapt to it for y'all. But for now, we're going to hold the mic. So I want to say what I wrote down for the cages we create, right? I'll repeat that to you guys. I'm confined by what I compare myself to. Similar to the last thing, but not the same. Last thing, he's talking more on expectations. On this, he's talking about how what you confine yourself to can basically kill you, right? And that's what I wrote down. Comparison kills joy. Now read it backwards. Joy kills comparison. Powerful, powerful, powerful. The cages we create by holding ourselves to comparison, like I just said, it will make you guys suffer. It will make you guys suffer. So we're gonna move on to the next thing. This one right here is just something very simple, right? So he said, frustration cannot exist without expectation. When you hold yourself to expectation, as y'all can tell, this first chapter, he talks about expectation a lot, which nothing's wrong with that. I think expectation is big. I can do a whole podcast entry on expectation if y'all wanted me to. Let me know in the comment if y'all do want that. But, and I said, right, this is another feeling that stems from expectations, right? Frustration cannot exist without expectation, right? Expectation cannot exist without frustration. That's if you read things backwards. If you start to read things backwards, you will notice usually some things go hand in hand, right? Frustration stems from expectations almost, I would say 70% of the time, you know. Frustration comes from a lot of different things, but one of the main things is expectations. Like, for example, right? Something I'm going through right now. I'm noticing the people around me are not people I would want to be like. And I'm noticing that I kind of feel trapped because I'm allowing myself to build that cage, right? At work, for example, I will say I do enjoy the company of my coworkers. There's only 4 of us, but they're a lot older than me, right? And they normalize their job. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with anyone that normalizes a 9 to 5. I don't work a 9 to 5 out of choice. I have to. I will not be that weak that I sit in my house and allow my mom to cover everything. Right? So I work. I've worked since, like I said, I'm 16. I want to correct that. I got to stop saying it was 15. That's incorrect. I did the math. That was incorrect of me. 16. I started working right when I turned 16, actually, because we just had moved here to Texas. So yeah, I've been working. Obviously, I lost a job for a while. I got for 6 months, but guess what? I still was locked in. I was working out. I was going on walks way more. I was, like I said, I will show y'all eventually the before and afters of me working out and me not working out. I allowed that stuff to consume me because of my expectation. I was allowing myself to be confined to. I was expecting myself to have money all the time, but guess what? Not money to save, not money to invest, not money to lock in with, money to spend on materialistic things. I didn't read back then when I lost my job. I didn't do anything with my money that was financially smart, if I'm being real. This is why I tell people most of the time, right? You will work a 9 to 5 your whole life because you will not realize that that is nothing. Meaning, you will not make a good amount of money in a 9 to 5. Not enough to where you will be comfortable. You might allow yourself to think that you will be, right? And in my personal opinion, that's what I struggle with. I see that as weakness. I don't disrespect my coworkers. I don't disrespect my manager, but she only makes like a few more bucks than me. And there's no way that you should be comfortable with that when there's so much money to be made out here. So much money. If you were just so open-minded to the concept that you could be successful if you really locked in. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to realize, that I never liked working a 9 to 5. I still don't. I worked these 2 a.m. shifts. Today was a 12 p.m. shift till 8 a.m. Right? And I'm not complaining about that. That's my choice. And I get up and do it. I get it done. I get it done. Don't get that misconstrued. I get mine done every time. And I don't complain. I might be tired, but guess what? I'm going to deal with it. I ain't going to sit here and whine about it, because then what? But I will not be comfortable with it, bro. I will not allow myself to be comfortable with it. I won't. And I don't like people that do. And that's why I differ. And that's the emotions I'm feeling today after what just happened at my home. And my own family, bruh. Sucks to say, but they are hard to go to because they allow themselves to be so close-minded. And me, I can't allow myself to do that. I think I do at times for everybody's benefit, but then I gain nothing. Nothing. I sacrificed my own self for what? That's why I said number 5 of the last podcast entry, episode 1, 5 steps to locking in. The 5th step is do it for you. Stop allowing yourself to be confined by expectation. It brings nothing but negative things. And that's what I mean. Beyond Thoughts is a great book because he addresses that, and he addresses it so simply. So much game I got for y'all, right? So much knowledge I want to share with y'all, and I want y'all to share with me, and I want y'all to help me reach other people, because I want to have a voice that is heard. And I don't care about following. I don't care. Like I said, obviously I want to do this to be successful with it. I don't go into things without the mindset of I will be successful with it. I don't care if this takes me 9,000 podcast entries for me to get my first big one, but I will try my best for now to try to reach the most people I can with this knowledge, right? So yeah, don't allow yourself to get frustrated by expectation. Just let go of expectation. You should have no expectation, because you can't really, you might see someone, right? Like, for example, I used to find myself I still do find myself comparing myself to other people, physique wise, in a workout setting, or even women. Dang, can I talk to that girl? She's so bad, right? Like I tell the people at work, yeah, the girls here are beautiful. Yeah, they might tell you something about me, or they might flirt a little bit, and you might have noticed, but hey, guess what? I don't, because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I don't have a strong sense of, obviously I know they're flirting and stuff, but I don't really care. It's hard for me to be comfortable with caring when I'm not fully locked in. I'm not where I want to be. So I don't allow myself to do that, because I hold myself to this expectation of the women will just fall in my lap, right? If I do that, then guess what? You'll never be successful, and you'll never find a woman that will love you. Like I shared with y'all in the last podcast, I never ever dated. And I know people say that's crazy, you're 19, you never dated. Guess what? I don't really care, because I don't hold myself to that expectation. That's an expectation that we're supposed to date at young ages, and we're supposed to learn so much from dating. I've learned so much from not dating. I learned so much from being a little kid, seeing what my family was causing me. So, expectations are the killers of joy. I really do think that is true. So right now, we're going to start skimming through and jump into random bookmark. I apologize if there was another cut. I'm getting better at this. I picked up pretty quick on where I was messing up, so hopefully that's the only cut you guys will see. And yeah, so we're gonna jump right back into it. This is the random bookmarker that I went to, and I want you guys to really think about this, right? This is a random one. I didn't write on this one. I didn't flip to this page. It's random. This is page 109, right? You can never know what to expect when following your intuition, but it is predictably miraculous every time, right? When it's saying it's predictably miraculous, that's my bad. I get nervous when I read. I don't know why. It's just a habit. I'm going to get better at it, like I said, for y'all and for myself. But what it means by it's predictably miraculous every time is that when you allow yourself to follow your intuition, you'll miraculously notice that, dang, this went the right way, right? I think I found myself struggling with that. Like I said, I do. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'll have intuition about people, and I just will. I want to be more open-minded, right? And then I'll be right. They end up being evil people, bruh. Or they end up being people that were just here for a season, right? And they were just here for a season. They just kind of were like a tumbleweed passing by. But I learned something from it every time, and I'm proud to say that. That's not me also glazing my, you feel me, or riding. You got to be able to have confidence when you speak on yourself. Hold yourself up, not down, because everyone else wants to say it's glazing or whatever. That's childish. I know me well enough to know that I like I said in the last video, I could peep the fake. I was blessed by God to be able to see that. And I have intuition almost every time I start meeting new people, or even in general with family or with an event that might happen or with today. I had intuition on how the situation was going to be handled, right? And I'm proud to say that I was correct. Rather that thing led to a negative thing happening or me feeling some type of way about it or me being out here doing this. But guess what? Miraculously, I'm here doing this and I'm enjoying it. I'm by myself again, out here enjoying speaking to y'all. So yeah, go with your intuition, go with your gut feeling, trust in yourself. It's not glazing, it's not riding, it's not all that stupid stuff that everybody likes to talk about. If you are a confident person, that's not riding, that's not glazing. That's childish that people even do that now. It's stupid. It really is stupid because why? Why is it like that? Be yourself. Be yourself, trust in yourself, and love yourself. And be confident in yourself when you speak about yourself. Hold yourself up. Don't drag yourself down. Other people will do that. Trust me, other people will do that. Your own family might do it. Your own friend might do it. But don't do it to yourself. Don't. So yeah, go with your intuition, guys. We're going to flip to another random one. Right here. All right. Give me 1 second. All right, right here. This is powerful, bruh. There's 2 pages on everything I marked, so I have to double check to make sure I'm reading the right thing I meant to mark. I didn't take the time to go in there and highlight. That was lazy of me. I am sorry. I wanted to go in there and write everything, but I want to push out this content. I want to read more books too. And if I allow myself to be stuck on one book because I mark in, I want to go in and write it and highlight everything I like, guess what? I'll never be able to accomplish the amount of books I want to read. And guess what? That's infinite. Infinite. I like reading. I really do. And I hated reading when I was younger. My grandpa, when I was in middle school, quick little story time, he used to make us read these war books because my grandpa's old school, like I said in the last video. Don't agree with it, but he made us read these World War books, and I'm grateful because he made me not like writing. He used to make us write a whole page when we get home from school. After a day of school, of learning and reading and writing, he would make us come home. He would make us read these World War books. I'll show you guys. I think we still have the books. They're cool books. They're actually very educational books, and I think it's cool that I was able to read them and learn from them. But I also don't remember too much of what I would write down. I would kind of blank out, read, and like I said, I've always been able to expand on something that's so small. So I would act like I'm reading the whole thing, but read maybe a sentence and just drag the sentence, but drag it in a very great manner. It's not me being clickbait or whatever. It's just me sharing my true thought on just that one simple thing. And I was able to write a whole page essay on it. And he used to make us do that every day. He made us do it up until 7th grade when he stopped. We only lived with him for like 2 years. So 2 years of doing that made me hate reading and writing. But guess what? Why? Why did I allow myself to be so close-minded? Right? So, yeah, now I enjoy reading, bruh. There's so many books like I said, The Way of the Superman is probably one of my favorite books I've ever read. So small, so simple, and so much game. So much game. Shout out to Minorities. They put me on with that book. I'm going to give people their props, too. This is the Real Talk podcast where the real talk about the real. Where real people talk about real things. And the real thing is that the Minorities put me on. And the real thing is, in last, I said that I didn't know who the guy was, but his name is For Purpose Driven People. I think that's his YouTube. Shout out him. He's inspiring, and so is the Minorities. The Minorities, they post on their main channel, right? These vlogs that are cool and enjoyable. I like to watch them. But they post on their podcast channel so much knowledge and so many books that have lots of game if you'll give them a chance. And they got me into a few books. I already had a few books that I had bought. And there's so many books in my Amazon cart. So yeah, I want to be able to go through books quickly for y'all and for myself. So yeah, so right here, right, this is what he said. This is called The Gardener. Powerful. The Gardener. He cooked when he named each of these little segments that he has in this book. As y'all can tell, it's like just a little simple. My bad. A little simple segment. I don't know if this would be even considered a segment. A little simple quote. A little simple idea or thought that he wrote down. Shout out Joseph. Not gonna say last name. I don't want to butcher it and get canceled already. You feel me? We just getting into this. So yeah, right here. The gardener. Where your attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, things grow. What are you growing? Right? This right here is powerful because I feel like that has a lot to do with purpose over pleasure. And that's gonna be my next entry, is gonna be purpose over pleasure. Episode. I'll call them episodes. I don't know why I keep calling them entries. Entries are more when I'm writing in my journal. That's my bad. It's kind of like journaling a little bit, but hey, episode 2, going beyond thought. That's what this one's gonna be called. Episode 3 will be purpose over pleasure. So right here, right, where your attention goes, energy flows. Meaning, what you put your attention into, you're giving your energy to. Because guess what? You're giving it attention. That already automatically is getting energy because you're doing that. That action right there is energy. Your energy. You're a living human being with energy. I know I didn't believe in any of that either, but at the end of the day, it's true. The aura, I don't know about all that. People be saying I have negative aura. Not meaning like I have negative aura because it went down, meaning I have RBF and that makes me come off a little negative or whatever. And people even call me negative because the way I look at life sometimes. But hey, guess what? It is what it is. I don't really care because I'm proud of myself and what I'm trying to become, and I'm allowing my energy to flow. And that's what it's saying. Where your attention goes, energy flows. I'm allowing myself to not give certain things attention. I came out here, I'm doing this because there's something going on in my house that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to give it my energy, bro. And I don't know if that's wrong of me, because like I said, I will share with y'all eventually what that is, but I don't know if that's wrong of me to say that I don't want to give that my energy. I allowed myself to give it energy, and I still do at times, and I get mad about it. I don't like the way I feel about it. So guess what? I'm out here doing this. I'm not going to allow my energy to go there. Right? Because where energy flows, things grow. What are you growing? Right? Let me put the book down real quick. Let me break that down to y'all. Where your energy goes, you're allowing room for growth. Whether that be negative, you're allowing room for negative things because you're putting your energy there. Yeah, that just touched my lip. My bad. You're putting your energy there. When you put your energy there, a negative emotion might grow if it's a negative thing. A positive emotion might grow if it's a positive thing, right? Think about that, sit on that, and let me know what y'all think in the comments. What are you guys growing? Where are you guys putting your energy to? Are you falling into lust? Are you falling into despair? Are you falling into negative emotion? Are you falling into positive emotion? Are you feeling really uplifted right now? If you are, feel great for you right there. I want some of that energy. Share some. You feel me? I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to be a great person, I'll say since I stopped smoking, I feel a little bit more energetic. I didn't allow myself. I love smoking too. That's one thing I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and promote. Don't smoke. I do like smoking, but I do promote not to smoke. Don't leech on smoking. Obviously, like I said, eventually I probably will get back into it because I do enjoy smoking. But right now, I can't because if I give that my energy, I will not have anything positive come from it. Right? So, yeah, what are you guys trying to grow? Me, I'm trying to grow myself. And I'm trying to grow myself for everybody else. But not mainly for everybody else. I'm putting myself first. I struggle with that. Like I was saying, I was talking to my friend Logan about it. He said he's selfish, and I told him that's great. He didn't like that. He felt that way, that he's selfish. So I broke down to him why he's a great person because he's selfish. And he doesn't even notice. Shout out you, Logan. You not that selfish, bro. You be giving people benefit of the doubt, and you be nice to people, and you be selfless. at times, a lot of the time, I think. But you are a pretty selfish person at times, and nothing's wrong with that. I never knocked you for that, man. You could say that. You can put that on something. I never knocked you for that. Because what's wrong with that? Like I told him, we gotta be selfish. We gotta be hungry enough to where we going to. That's my plate. That's my plate. Ain't nobody getting that plate. Ain't nobody even getting a bite out that plate because that's mine's right there, right? You gotta be selfish. Be so selfish that you don't care about anybody else. Be so selfish that you're doing it for you. It's powerful when you're selfish. And when you're selfish, bro, you're going to notice a lot of other people will flow to you. Because guess what? You just gave something positive, your energy. You gave yourself your energy. And that's positive. How is you working on yourself or you being selfish? How is that negative, you know? It just has negative connotation because of the world we live in. In our generation, 5, they cooked. Like everybody like to say, they cooked. They are. Everybody thinks it's so dumb to me that everybody holds these negative connotations around everything. Around everything, bro. That's why I'm really to myself. Like I said, I'm pretty boring, bro. I play the game sometimes. I read. I write. I work out. Hey, but guess what? It's not boring to me. It might be boring to you because I'm not going to the club. Hey, guess what, bro? I went to the club and I hated it. Homie said I should have recorded it to get a good YouTube video. No, that's not good. I don't want to promote that. That's corny to me. The club is corny, bro. It's hookup culture. It's got this positive connotation that it's cool to go to the club. It's got this positive connotation that it's cool to drink. We got this positive connotation that it's cool to smoke. It's not. It's not, bro. You're not cool because you smoke, bro. You're not cool because you told Gen 5 with a switch. You dumb. You're dumb. Because you're holding yourself to these low-ass standards that you think you're great or you're cool because you do these things. You're not. Because I bet when you look yourself in the mirror, you're not proud of the person you are. And you're not going to become anything because you're doing that. You're allowing yourself to be so close-minded because of these negative connotations that have positive connotations because of the generation we live in. So yeah, the energy you flow, my bad. The energy that you allow to flow matters. Let that be your energy and let that flow into things that you want to do and that you want yourself to grow in. That's powerful when you do that, bro. I'm doing that now, and I'm proud to say I'm thankful I'm doing that now because I've suffered for so long. I still am suffering a little bit. Everybody is. But guess what? I'm not going to allow myself to feel that way. I'm not going to allow myself to feel this way my whole life. I got goals. I got dreams. I got things I'm going to accomplish. I got things I already did accomplish, but it's not enough. It's not enough for me. And I know it will be enough. I know when I will say, oh yeah, I'm proud of the man I've become. I've done what I wanted to do. I've done what God gave me the purpose to do. Right? So yeah, bro. Allow your energy to flow and allow it to flow into things that are for you. Allow your energy to flow and water those plants. Be a good gardener. Don't be a bad gardener with dead plants. Be a good gardener. What are you growing? Where are you growing? Me, I'm trying to grow the fruit of life. I'm trying to grow a family. That's like one of my main goals. I'll share that with y'all. One of my main goals in life, and I know this is not something I won't die and allow myself to not have kids and not have a beautiful, loving life and a peaceful life. I've allowed it to myself to suffer for too long. I've been through too much to where I can't give myself that energy. So guess what? Now I am proud to say it. And I'm growing those plants. And my garden is going to be so beautiful at the end of this journey of life because I allowed myself to be so... I allowed myself from going from being this is going to be so powerful, right? Let me take a break so y'all can understand. I allowed myself to be the gardener that was in the war instead of being a warrior that is in the war, right? Meaning, I allowed myself to be out here, going about my life, gardening my plants, they're dying and all that negative stuff because I'm allowing them to. And there's a whole war going on in my mind. And it is better to be the warrior in war than be the gardener in war, right? Because at the end of the day, in that war, that mental war, you're going to trample over that garden. And you're going to come out more powerful. That's just how it is. If you sit there and allow yourself to just sit there in that war, you'll never have any room for progress. So yeah, what are you guys growing? What is your energy going into, and what are you guys allowing to grow with that energy? Powerful, bro. Joseph, you cooked right here with this Beyond Thoughts book, man. I see why it was trending. Props to you. We're gonna skip to another random one. Actually, we'll go back this time, right? We're gonna close the book and we're gonna just feel. Oh, I messed up. So that obviously wasn't the one we were meant to grab. Right here, right? Powerful. The language of intuition. That's what he named this one. Not as cool as the last one, but still powerful. Don't let this title fool you. Like I said in the last podcast, and like I'm gonna keep repeating y'all. Don't let titles fool you. Don't let what you see on the internet fool you. Don't let things fool you. Be open-minded and allow yourself to see for yourself. Right. The language of intuition. Intuition speaks to us in the present without worrying about the past or future, because it knows it's creating both. When you allow your intuition to take a hold of yourself, right? Go with your intuition. Go with your gut feeling. That's what intuition really is at the end of the day, is your gut feeling. When you allow that to go, you're not living in the past or the present. You're allowing yourself to create a past and present. Because you're putting some negative things that might have happened. You're putting your trauma, whatever it could be, back. Because your intuition is telling you stop dealing with it, bro. I think I could say for myself, and I'm guessing for y'all and most people, your intuition will tell you stop dealing with that trauma. Stop living in this war in your mind. Stop dealing with this battle in your mind, right? But we don't go with our intuition. We're not taught to go with our intuition, which sucks. But you got to be willing to grow and be willing to let go of that and go with your intuition. You'll feel so much better after you let go of those things. Go with your intuition. Go with your gut feeling. Every time. You'll come out so much more powerful. You won't be living in the past if you go with your intuition, because you're living in the present. And when you're living in the present, you're creating a past and a future. I struggled with that. I really did. And I still do. I'm going to share it with y'all. This is the Real Talk podcast. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to be real about it. I still do struggle with it. I'm struggling with it right now, actually. Like I said, I got some things going on at the crib, and it's not sitting right with me. I'm allowing it to kind of flow into me negatively, because I'm like, dang, is it wrong for me to feel this way? But it's not, though. It's not. My intuition tells me it's not. My intuition tells me when I share with y'all that y'all might agree with it, and that I might be able to have people really come to me and be like, dang, bro, you are a strong, powerful individual because you're able to feel that. Whether that thing be negative or positive, right? So yeah, intuition speaks to us in the present without worrying about the past or future, because it knows it's creating both. Your intuition creates both the past and present. Allow yourself to use your intuition. Don't let everybody give you this negative connotation. Like I said, once again, we live in a generation where that's normalized. Negative connotations turn into be negative connotations are positive connotation, and positive connotations are negative connotations. That's just the generation we live in. Sucks to say it, but hey, it's up to you if you're going to allow that to be your life. Are you going to allow people to make you feel some type of way about things? You shouldn't. Go with your intuition. Does your intuition tell you that's okay? Does your intuition tell you that the club is cool? Does your intuition tell you that smoking and drinking and towing that Gen 5 with a switchy is cool? Because it ain't. You a cornball, bruh. You're not powerful because you got a weapon. You really are a powerful individual. My bad. Individual. My bad, y'all. You really are a powerful individual when you go with your mental and your intuition. Because your mental is part of intuition, and intuition is part of your mental. Intuition cannot exist without a mental space, right? So yeah, go with your intuition. Create a past and a future, bro. Stop living in the... Don't even live in the moment, in my opinion. Just live. I think when we hold ourselves to these past, present, and moment type of mindsets, we get stuck. Well, I'm going to just live in the moment. I'm going to just let things flow, let it happen. Nah, bruh. If your intuition tells you, nah, I don't think this will impact the future, correctly. Hey, guess what? Nothing's wrong with that, bro. People will tell you it is. Don't let them do that. Because you might make a mistake because you was in the moment. You might have felt nice. You might have been drunk a little. You might have felt nice. You might have been like, oh, I feel like I could dance right now. Then guess what? Then you just broke your ankle because you can't dance for nothing. You feel me? Your intuition was telling you, oh, I don't need to dance. I know I can't dance. But guess what? You a little drunk. You feeling a little bit better. So you go ahead and do it. You went against your intuition. Now look, now you got a broken ankle. That's just an example. Yeah, bro. Go with your intuition. Allow yourself to build that past and that future and that present too. You could build present moments by going with intuition, because your intuition usually, if you build your intuition correctly, not saying you can't really build intuition. Your intuition is kind of just going to happen based off of whatever God gave you your intuition to be. But I feel like you can slightly adjust your intuition. That's a better way to say it. You could let your intuition choose what you want it to be towards. And me, I like to let my intuition go towards the future. I don't like to allow my intuition to look on the present, because the present's not too good for me. And the present's not going to be too good for y'all if y'all are stuck living in it. I'm going to talk to y'all. Another thing I want to talk about, and I will do another episode on, is people that say they peaked. It's so stupid to say that we had peak times in our life. You're holding yourself to, confining yourself to such a small thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'll do a whole nother episode on that. But yeah, allow your intuition to flow. We just went to another one, right? This one goes with intuition. Just randomly, like, look at how God is giving us this knowledge right here and letting it just flow. Myself, not even God. I obviously thank you, God, but look at how I'm allowing myself to just flow and let my intuition choose the pages. And they're going hand in hand with each other almost every time, if y'all notice, bruh. That's the game speaking out of me, which is OC, fool. It's speaking out of me. My bad. A little bit of right there. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, allow your intuition to flow, because I just allowed it to flow, and now we're about to read Attached to the Past. I was just speaking on that. Now it's the book is giving us that. You feel me? Go with your intuition. Attached to the past. What if you... My bad. Let me restart. What if you holding on to what you got... Wait, well, hold on. Sorry. This is not worded weirdly. It just kind of trips me up the way he kind of does this, but that's my bad. I'm going to restart. I'm not going to cut this, so y'all going to just have to deal with it. Sorry to do that to y'all. But yeah. What if holding on to what got you to where you were yesterday is the reason you can't get to where you want to go today? I like to read a little slower, if y'all notice. I like to let it flow. Just let y'all kind of process it a little bit. I'll read a little faster if y'all want. What if holding on to what you got to... Dang, I messed it up again. My bad, y'all. I need to lock in. What if holding on to what got you to where you were yesterday is the reason you can't go to where you want to go today? I think that's just a little tricky to say. So, not really my bad. Let me see y'all read that. Say it over 7 times and speed it up every time. You can't. Just saying. My bad, y'all. I'm getting a little heated because I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. Attached to the past, right? This is powerful. What if holding on to what got you to where you were yesterday is the reason you can't go to where you want to go today? Powerful. When we allow ourselves... I almost messed up again, bro. That's my bad, y'all. I'm trying to get better at this, so bear with me. When you allow yourself to be stuck in the past and be stuck on what was yesterday, you have no room to improve on what today can be. Meaning, how are you supposed to know what today can be? How are you supposed to accomplish your goals today if you were stuck on what was done yesterday? It's another thing that they were just saying, intuition. Go with your intuition. Allow intuition to create the past and future. Right? That's why I said it's going hand in hand. I allowed my intuition to choose the pages, and right after I read that to y'all, it just gave me something about past. This is going hand in hand, connecting with each other. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's powerful. Stop living in the past. Stop allowing what yesterday was. Yesterday already happened. Yesterday already passed. Be blessed that you even had yesterday, because a lot of people ain't here that can. You know what I'm saying? So be blessed. Be blessed that you had it yesterday. Have some gratitude that you had it yesterday, and allow yourself to accomplish today. Let today be the day. Let every day be the day. When you let every day be the day, you won't live in yesterday. That's just how it is. Go with your intuition. Like I said, we're gonna skip to another thing. This is gonna be our last one, so let's see what they give us, y'all. Let's see what they give us. Beyond Thoughts by Joseph. I ain't saying the last name. Not even gonna try to mess that up. We're gonna push down. What y'all thinking? A little bit something further back, a little bit something towards the front. We'll go a little further back, since we kind of talked about intuition and past, present, and future a little bit. Let's see what he got in the back. Okay, I'm gonna read both these pages because they're real small, right? And I marked them both. All right. Desire without attachment is the ultimate state of attraction. That's powerful. Sit there and think about that. Desire without attachment is the ultimate state of attraction. Like I said, that kind of goes hand in hand with my next episode, which will be about purpose over pleasure. When you have attachment to something, you're not allowing yourself to have a good attraction to that, right? If you go into a relationship, for example, oh, I'm dating this girl because she bad. I don't even really care. Her personality's not all that, but her looks a 10, but her personality might be a 2. You feel what I'm saying? Guess what? That's your desire speaking. Your desire is telling you, I want the pretty girl. Never could be me. Never could. I like personality, bro. Looks does play a role. People don't speak on that. Looks does play a role. I ain't going... If I can't look you in the eye when I speak to you, no disrespect. Ugly women need love too. I might give you a little bit of love every now and then too. Hey, you feel me? Oh, sing. You feel what I'm saying? But, yeah, desire without attachment is the ultimate state of attraction. If you desire something, you usually will not be able to attract it to you, because guess what? You might desire that with the negative thing. Desire is kind of negative if you think about it. I desire to be rich. Just become rich. Just do it. Stop desiring it. Stop it. Another thing that people put a positive connotation on that's negative, desire. It's good to have desire. Go with desire. Desire will lead you to a good relationship. Desire will lead you to the bad females. Desire will lead you to the fine males. The beautiful women, the sexy man. Pause. Whatever. You feel me? Desire usually is a little weird. It's kind of a tricky roller coaster to go on. It's got its ups and downs, but it's got a lot of loops. It's got mad loops. You feel me? Desire will lead you to go a little bit crazy. Desire will lead you to negative things. Desire goes hand in hand with lust. Desire goes hand in hand with having no profit out of altercations. Desire goes into energy. Desire goes into past, into present. Why desire that the past could change? Why? It already happened, bro. It's too late. Every minute that passed, every second that passed, every millisecond that passed, it already passed. So why desire for it to change? You already did it. Sucks that you might have done it, but you already did it. Alright? My bad, y'all. Desire is very weird like that. Like I said, it's a weird roller coaster that has a lot of loops. Desire is not trustworthy, so stop going with desire. You can't allow yourself to have the ultimate attraction when you're going with desire. I had to learn that. I really did. It took a lot of lessons for me to learn that. But guess what? That's what life is. Life's a learning lesson. But it's up to you what you want that lesson to be. It's up to you if you even learn from life. Some people just let life flow, attract nothing. And those people never do anything with themselves. And right now I find myself surrounded by a lot of people like that. Everybody like that. So Texas don't feel like home to me. And like I said, I can't really enjoy myself too much when I'm here. But I'm able to lock in, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm able to come out here and go on a nice walk, Let me just show y'all real quick what the setup looks like. This is a beautiful trail. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful. I'm blessed, bro. I'm out of 209. But guess what? My friend's still there. So it's not enough for me. I can't fully be comfortable here because I can't be comfortable enough with I'm not where I'm at. That's my desire a little bit speaking, but hey, guess what? I'm willing to admit that. Everybody has desire. Don't let desire control you though. Right? That's what he's saying. You can't have ultimate attraction when you allow desire to control you. Right? This is the second thing. This is going to be our last thing. I do appreciate y'all watching this far. If y'all did, let me know. Leave a comment saying three-face mafia, three-face gang, whatever y'all want to say. We got to start figuring out something. But hey, if y'all made it this far, thank you guys. I'm blessed to have y'all watching this, bro. Like I said, I really want to be able to talk to people and reach out to people and eventually have people on here. Like I said, this is the Real Talk podcast where real people talk about real things. And the reason that I made it that intro and the description and all of that is because I want this to be the Real Talk podcast, 100% real, where real people talk about the real. It doesn't have to be a thing. It could be an item. This item feels real. Let's speak on this item. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here. This feels real to me. This is a real thing that is powerful to me. This allows me to start the videos wirelessly, which I think is useful, so I'm not over here putting my hand in y'all's face. I got my mic and my AirPods right here with me. These are real things that I like to enjoy. Just simple things I'm giving y'all. That's why I say the real. The real is kind of meaning the real of life, the real of the world. So this is where real people talk about the Real Talk podcast. Eventually, I'm going to get the original name, YouTube. I'm going to make it so I'm up there and y'all going to have to notice me. And y'all going to have to give me the Real Talk podcast without me making it have a dot in there. But, yeah. So, yeah. Let go of desire a little, guys. Don't let desire consume you. When you allow desire to consume you, you will not be able to have the ultimate attractions of life. You can't. It's just not possible. Sit there, think about it. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. I'm curious to see y'all opinion on that. And yeah. So this is going to be our last thing that we read to you. I read to y'all. I wish I could go over this whole book, but like I said, if I did that, this would be a 15-hour video. But I don't know if y'all would want that. And I know y'all won't. So, this is the last thing. An intelligent person is constantly learning. A wise person is always unlearning. Powerful. Let me just close the book on that. My bad if that was loud. I don't preach enough to the people around me. My mom, my sister, my brother, my friends, my grandparents, my co-workers, people at work. It's one thing you notice at a 9 to 5. People like to talk a lot and do a lot of work drama, right? It's useless, bro. It does nothing. The smartest individual doesn't need to speak so much. Don't talk so much. We'll go over the 48 laws of power too. We'll get there. That's a law in there. That's a law of life. The person that talks the most is usually not the smartest individual. Sad to say. The person that thinks they've learned the most is usually not the smartest individual. The person that thinks they have the highest education and thinks that makes them a genius is usually not the smartest individual. Like I said, I didn't graduate high school. I didn't get great education. I lived in California, everyone knows how bad the education is out there. Everything was situational, but guess what? That's an excuse. I could have left that situation if I really, really wanted to and locked in, but I didn't. And I allowed that situation to consume me, and I allowed that to make me unlearn, which made me an unintelligent person. I allowed myself to unlearn that, dang, Kaden, you don't gotta not graduate. Low key, you could literally just stop living with your family if you wanted to and go and surround yourself with the people that will allow you to graduate. Not to put the blame on my peoples, but my mom is the reason I wasn't able to graduate, and I'll break down to y'all eventually why that happened. But it's kind of an excuse in a way because I'm putting it on her, but At the end of the day, that's what it was. That's what it was. That's the reality of what it was. But guess what? I'm not going to live in the past on that. It's up to me now to get my GED. I still haven't. Part of that's my ego, trying to make me say I did this without the GED. Y'all don't need it. Y'all don't need it, bro. Part of me needs it so I can have a higher income, and do what I want to do, which is trade school. But that's not what I truly desire. I don't want to work. Trade's something I always wanted to do, just because when I was in 6th grade, I created this business scheme. Not scheme. Scheme is negative connotation. My bad. Not scheme. I created this plan of trade, and I'm not going to share it with y'all because y'all might steal it, but I have this great idea on what I want to do with trade. And it's for my people and for me. And it will be successful, because even if I don't end up going into trade, I'm going to buy another trade company and create my plan. Because like I said, it's a great way to be successful. I think it will be a successful business. I was able to create that in 6th grade. So yeah, and I still stick to that. It's just kind of my plan now. It's not the plan anymore. The plan, like I tell everybody, my plan is to stop working at 21 and be financially free by 21. Now, today, if I can, but that's not realistic, I still got to go walk home, I do. So yeah, the most intelligent person is always willing to learn. The least intelligent person, the most unintelligent person, is always unlearning. And I think that's powerful. When you are unlearning things because you are too close-minded, you're just unintelligent, bro. You're not that cool because you think you have a point. You're not him because you think that you're right all the time. You're not him because you win an argument with your female. You're not him because you win an argument with your man. You're not. You're not that guy. Stop telling yourself. Stop. Another thing this generation put a positive connotation on. Well, if you just stick to your mind and you just stick to your mindset, you'll be an intelligent person. You're better than everybody if you're just have a rock solid idea and plan, and you got facts and all of that to back that idea or plan or that argument that you have. Or debate is a better word. No, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. How's that right when allowing yourself to not learn is already makes you stupid, bro? I know that's a word I'm using a lot in this podcast, but that's just what it is. It's just stupid. You're just unintelligent if you allow yourself to unlearn, or you don't even allow yourself to, because unlearning is like you learn something and you're unlearning it, right? I think unlearning and allowing yourself to not learn at all makes you unintelligent. How can you be intelligent if you're unlearning things and you're not allowing yourself to learn anything? How? Please explain to me, because I could sit here and tell y'all that if you will be the most intelligent you could be. You're not going to be the most intelligent person. That's not realistic. Maybe you can be. You never know. But I'm just saying for myself personally, I'm not going to be the most intelligent person. But I allow myself to learn. So therefore, I'm already smarter and better and more intelligent than the next guy that doesn't allow himself to learn or unlearns things all the time. So yeah, sit there, think about that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like I said, another great episode. I'm thankful to go about Beyond Thoughts with y'all. This is a great book. I think y'all should really pick this book up and do what I did. Write in it. I know another thing that we're taught, don't bend your spine, don't write in your book, hey, guess what? I do it, so I'm going to push it, do it, bro. If you bought it, it's yours. If you don't plan on selling it or whatever, or collecting it, then do it. And I think you should do it. Even if you do plan on that, change that. Go be a little different. Go beyond thought. Go beyond thought. Right? This is an exploration of who we are beyond our minds. Beyond thought. Beyond thoughts. Because he has multiple thoughts that he wrote in this book, right? So yeah, go beyond your thoughts. Let yourself go beyond thoughts. It's scary. It's scary to do that, but allow yourself to do it. You'll be a more intelligent person. You'll learn a lot more about yourself when you're going beyond your thoughts. But don't do it all the time. Don't be an overthinker, Overthinking really isn't a great thing. I'm a little bit of an overthinker. I was a lot of bit of an overthinker for a long time, but I'm working on it. Overthinking kind of lets you control yourself in a negative way. So yeah, go beyond thoughts, but don't do it all the time. Don't do it all the time. You won't have any room to think if you're always thinking and going beyond your thought. Sometimes you gotta go with your intuition, right? And if you're going with your intuition, you're not going beyond that. You're just going with that intuition in that present moment, allowing for a past and a future to build, like he said in the book. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. This episode 2, going beyond thoughts. I really want y'all to know that I'm thankful that I'm able to do this, and that I found the courage within myself to do this, and that I locked in enough to really be out here doing this now. I'm off of work tomorrow, and I'm off of work Friday, and guess what? I'm gonna probably be out here making more videos, and who knows how many episodes we'll have by the time we end up reaching an actual audience of people. But guess what? I'm thankful for whoever's watching this now, or whoever watches this in the future. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to the Real Talk podcast, where real people talk about the real. And yeah, y'all have a blessed day. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all even made it this far. If y'all enjoyed it, let me know what y'all want to see next. Let me know what y'all think I should critique in my videos. We only had one cut, so that's good. And yeah, thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned. Episode 3 coming out real soon.